You've likely clicked on this video because maybe you're struggling to sit at the piano and you just want to take that magic pill to be able to sing and play with ease. Maybe you're overthinking everything and it just feels really uncomfortable. Hi and welcome to The Singer's Piano. My name is Sam Delahaye. I'm a professional piano vocalist, qualified music therapist, and my biggest passion is helping you to express your truth through music. So a lot of my students go, I just wish that playing and singing would feel like a comfortable pair of slippers. And you're just desperate to know what's the one thing that you can do. But actually, maybe we're thinking about this all wrong. So let's think of the analogy of a pair of slippers. Often slippers are worn in. You have to spend hours walking in those slippers. And that's the same as playing and singing. If you played 20 songs with the same 4 chords over and over and over again, of course you're going to find that easy to be able to sing and play after your practice session. So here's where many of my students get stuck. They never actually do the practice session and they're overthinking. So I'd like to talk to you about how we can use the Sacred Money Archetypes to help you with your overthinking, because that is the number one thing that stops people from taking action. So maybe in your head, you've got things like, well, what if I get it wrong? What if I can't play those chords right? What if I should be doing it differently? Or I should actually be taking my children out. I shouldn't be practicing. What if I can't play those chords? All these things in your head, you're overthinking. You get the idea. We're going to break down the archetypes and how it shows up for you. Now, if you don't know your archetypes, which is highly likely, I want you to click on the link down below and you can take a quiz. It takes 26 questions. It does ask you about money, but don't worry about that. It's a personality test. And once you've got your top 3 archetypes, I want you to then watch the video because it will make a lot more sense. All right, so the first archetype that we have is the nurturer. If you have nurturer in your top 3, maybe you struggle. Nurturers often put everyone else's needs ahead of their own, and they overthink their music practice because they feel guilty about taking time for themselves. So if this sounds like you might be thinking, well, do I really deserve to practice? Will others suffer if I take that time? So I want you to instead approach your music as a self-care routine. So think of it like this. This is my time to recharge where I can fill my cup. And here's the thing, right, is that once your cup is full, you can then give to everybody else. So set aside 10 minutes to play simple chords. And I just want you to focus on your breath. Let this be the time for you to heal and to recharge. You could even just choose 3 chords and allow your feelings to just come up, like a music therapy session almost. This is your time to take a break. Archetype number 2, accumulators. I have a lot of accumulators in my program and my membership. Now, you accumulators, you're beautiful and you're amazing at your attention to detail. However, you get really stuck with perfectionism. In fact, I know a lot of my students don't even touch the piano because they are so scared of making a mistake. You might be overthinking every single note, every chord. Am I playing the 7th correctly? Is my finger correct? And find yourself getting stuck because everything has to be just right. Now, progress over perfection. It's okay to make mistakes. And that's exactly how I want you to grow. So this is your exercise, accumulators. I want you to pick a song and I want you to deliberately play it imperfectly. I want you to speed it up. I want you to slow it down. I want you to make it messy. I want you to change the rhythm. And the goal here is to get comfortable with letting go of control. Celebrate the beauty in improvisation and imperfections and just enjoy the process of playing rather than aiming for that perfect song. Now we have your Mavericks. My Maverick is my top 1, including nurturer. Us Mavericks, we love to take risks and we love to push boundaries. But you might be overthinking because you get frustrated when things don't go perfectly. You're constantly debating whether to stick to the basics or break the rules. I want you to embrace the chaos. You can blend freedom, but you can also blend structure, and it's all part of the creative process. This exercise is called controlled chaos. I want you to alternate between playing something structured like scales or a chord progression, and then I want you to let go completely, be wild, and do an unstructured improvisation or write a song. This is going to help you feel the thrill of risk-taking, but it's also going to ground you and you're going to progress with your musical foundations. We now have beautiful connectors sending you lots of love. So connectors thrive on emotional connections. but they may overthink their progress when they don't feel immediately inspired. And they often focus too much on emotion, losing balance with technique. So this exercise is called emotion first improvisation. I want you to begin by connecting with a particular emotion. So say joy, sadness, happiness. And I want you to allow that emotion to guide your fingers. So rather than thinking about what it should sound right, I want you to express the emotion first, and then you can later reflect on the technique. Our rulers. I have ruler with me as well, and we want to build an empire. We love control, and we want to do things fast. Now, rulers, they are driven by ambition, and they are always aiming to improve. But you might overthink because you're constantly worried that you're not progressing fast enough. Let me know in the comments if this is you, right? You're always pushing for that next achievement. So this is the mindset shift I want you to think about. It's important to celebrate the smallest of wins. So remember, mastery is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So exercise for you. I want you to celebrate your wins. Play through a song or improvisation and take a moment at the end of each section to acknowledge your progress, no matter how small, rulers. Recognizing your achievements, however minor, helps quiet that inner critic and keeps you focused on the joy of the journey, not the end result. Okay, my beautiful romantics. So romantics, why you're struggling is you want everything to feel luxurious and indulgent. You might overthink things because you feel like you need to earn your music time, or you're waiting for the perfect moment to start. In fact, I see a lot of romantics don't play the piano because their piano isn't in a beautiful setting. I want you to think of a mindset shift. Treating yourself to music time, it isn't a luxury. It's actually a necessity for your soul. So I want you to play for pleasure. Set aside 10 minutes where the only goal is just to enjoy yourself. Play whatever feels good to you, even if it's just your favorite song. And remind yourself that this time it's yours and you do not need to justify or earn it. Playing is an investment in your well-being. Celebrities. Celebrities love to shine, but you might be overthinking things because you're too focused on what other people think of you. Performance anxiety, maybe you have a fear of judgment. It all builds up and blocks you from going to the piano and your flow. So the mindset shift that I want you to have is play for you, not for anybody else. This is your time to express yourself, not to impress anyone else. So this is your exercise. It's called solo session. I want you to take 10 minutes to play as if no one is watching. Focus on playing for your own joy and expression. If you need, just imagine you're the only one in the room and let go of any thoughts about others or how they might view your performance. We have a lot of alchemists. Alchemists are beautiful, spiritual, creative beings. And alchemists love a transformation and they love innovation. They have so many ideas, but they can lead to overthinking because you want every musical idea to be revolutionary. And you might feel blocked when you don't think you're being creative enough. So the mindset shift I want you to think of is simplicity can be magical. Not every idea needs to reinvent the wheel to be meaningful. Now, this is your exercise, simple brilliance. Choose a simple chord progression, something basic, and stick with it for an entire session. It could just be 10 minutes. Challenge yourself to find the beauty in the small variations. It could even be 2 chords. Focusing on the simplest things can evoke a deep emotion. Now, this helps you take the pressure off and it reminds you that not every session has to result in something groundbreaking. So if you have resonated with any of these, please comment below and let me know how you get on with your own personal exercise and if you feel lighter. Now, here's one final exercise that I want you to take away. This is called the energy check. So at the beginning of your session and at the end of each session, I want you to take a moment and check in with how you feel energetically. Did your playing lift the mood? Did it drain you? Reflect on how music affects your energy, helps you gain awareness of when overthinking is creeping in and allows you to stay present with your progress. Now, don't forget, you can take the quiz by clicking on the link in the description. And if you've enjoyed this and would like to watch more videos, simply click on the link below to subscribe. And I produce weekly videos that will be put straight into your inbox. All right, take care, guys. Bye.